This is the Hale family's gift to everybody out there we know for Christmas. It's a story about something that happened to me a long time ago, and maybe this will even take place of the night before Christmas. It's called The Boy Who Got Coal. As I was going through my terrible twos, Christmas came and I got the blues. 'Cause all Santa left me in my stocking was an ugly lump of coal. I don't blame him for doing what he should, but I wanted to get presents and Mama told me that I would. If the next year around I could be as good as gold. So I quit cigarettes and stopped peeing on the seat, and I helped little old ladies walk across the street, expecting the next Yuletide season to reap the rewards. But next Christmas Eve he did it again. Was ugly as sin, and I even heard him laughing ho 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 as he walked out that door. This burned me down into my gut, that I tried so hard but couldn't make the cut, and it made me mean, obscene, and really crass. So I learned to fight, became a dangerous man, and I saved every dollar earned in old coffee can. And I swore one day that I'd go to the North Pole and I'd whip Santa's ass. He would whip Santa's ass. I caught the Polar Express at age 23. All along the way I downed a half gallon of eggnog and whiskey. By the time I reached my destination, I was feeling myself. So I knocked out some reindeer and I smacked down some elves, and I busted in the workshop there putting toys on the shelf with that evil son of a gun who had left me that cold. And I knew who he was from his red shirt and his beard, and I yelled out his name and I thought he'd be scared. But he turned and he stared me down with a look that made my blood run cold. So I threw a punch as quick as a whip, but he ducked real fast and he gave me the slip. Then it connected with a solid roundhouse kick to the top of my head. I see his stars when I went back on the attack, and I smashed a chair across that old fat man's back. And he stopped and he whimpered, and for a second I thought that he might be dead. But he came back up and decked my halls. We started wrestling and we crashed through the workshop walls, all asses and elbows out in the snow, and I was afraid that I might not win. So I pulled a knife, but he drew his gun, and then he grinned real big and he said, "Settle down, son." And he backed up and he sat down on a firewood bin. Caught his breath and adjusted his cap. Then he patted his leg and he said, "Come sit on my lap." And I did, 'cause deep down inside I was just a little kid. He was just a little kid. He said, "I know you've been angry ever since I left you that cold. You got all rights to hate me with every fiber of your soul. But if you listen, you might change your mind when you found out what I really one day. So I had to get ready before you made your way all the way up here. When I say get ready, I'm not talking about her fight. See, if you go in my workshop, in the closet, turn on the light, you'll see that I saved every present that I've got you year after year. And I had to give you these things in person to show you how important you are to me. So we walked over to his workshop and in the closet, turned on the light, and what did I see? But everything that my little heart had ever desired. I saw rock and sock and robots and Lincoln Logs, and I saw Legos, Hot Wheels, and Kermit the Frog, and I saw this slick-looking Schwinn bicycle with a long banana seat. I saw Candyland and Clue, Battleship, and I saw the G.I. Joe with a Kung Fu grip. I saw a Planet of the Apes costume, monkey hands and monkey feet. He saw monkey hands and monkey feet. I saw Stretch Armstrong, Evil Knievel, and a sit and spin. I saw the $6 million man with that pilloway skin. I saw strawberry shortcake and an easy bake oven and Malibu Barbie. And those elves started making fun. And I said, Santa, I didn't ask for these. And he said, oh, yes, you did. And I said, but Santa, these are things that I try to keep hid. And those elves kept laughing and pointing at me and making fun of me. And I gave them 10-second head start to run. Then I started picking off those little goomers one by one with my brand new Red Ryder BB gun. Merry Christmas.